Hey everyone, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a recap of my week 2 session of strength training with back squat and bench. So this is my second session of this. So the breakdown is I'm going to do squat, bench on one day. I'm going to do deadlift, press on another day, and then I'll have the Sacred Sunday workout on the Sunday. So I'm trying to get 2 lifts during the main part of the week and then 1 lift on the weekend is kind of how I'm rolling. And then typically I'll do a zone 2 run on a Monday. So that's kind of the program that I'm running throughout the next few weeks. So I'm going to be recapping these sessions as I kind of do a linear progression for now with this back squat and this bench press. So as you might note, last week, I think I did 95, 115, and 125. So basically I added little quarter plates to each one, and I did the exact same rep arrangement. So for back squat, this is a high bar back squat with a high bar position, more quad dominant. I did a warm-up set of 100 pounds for 10 reps, and then I did 120 for 6, and then I did 130, 3 sets of 5, and I finished off with a last set go for a 6th rep. What I'm trying to do right now is just really stay within myself, even if it's feeling light, even though it's not, it's okay. I want to just get the reps in. So this is about, I think, 16, 15, so it's about 32 reps. So these early sessions, these first few weeks are going to be probably higher reps like that. And then as the weight gets heavier, I'm going to be doing, much less reps, probably in that 10 to 20 range for total work. And this is about 30 to 32 reps. So as it kind of the phases go on, I'll do a little bit less on the reps and a little bit heavier load or intensity. And then for bench press, I did the same thing. So I did the same rep scheme and I added half-pound plates on each end. So it went up 5 pounds. That was 115, 125, 135, and I went to 120, 130, 140. And then I had a last set go. So I did 8, 6, a 3x6, and then last set I had 8. So this is the lift. If you can see the difference between these 2 lifts, obviously this is a little bit lighter because I was doing high volume running and not a lot of heavy load in squatting. I was doing like light goblet squats, body weight split squats towards the end of my training for running. So running was the primary kind of goal, right? So I didn't want to burn out my legs with a bunch of squatting. That helped me get PRs in my runs, but obviously my weights decreased in my squatting, and that's okay. I think if you just take it on the chin a little bit, you don't worry about always have to be lifting heavy weights or running really fast. You can do sometimes this and sometimes that, having a little bit more flexibility in your training and knowing that there's going to be seasons. So this I actually felt pretty good because I have been doing some heavier dumbbell bench, and I haven't been bench pressing at all summer, but I was doing 50s and 60s on the dumbbell bench press. So I'm a little more accustomed to pushing a little bit more loads. So today I was able to get 140. And if you look at that, I guess that's 3 times 6, 18. So 20 reps at 140 pounds, which is fine. It's still not that heavy, but it's still like getting some repetitions. So trying to get a little bit more volume right now as I get a little bit stronger. And then I finished off with some TRX biceps. I did 2 sets of 8 there with kind of a flat vertical tricep pull, or bicep pull, pulling towards the eyeballs, and then easy bar tricep skull crushers. I laid on my back and basically did on the ground, and I just did tricep skull crushers. I think 25 pounds would have had on there, and the bar might weigh 5 or 10 pounds. I'm not really too worried about that. And I did 2 sets of 12 there. So full body workout. 2 compound movements being the back squat, high bar back squat, and barbell bench press, and then finishing off on some biceps and triceps. And that's going to be, today is Wednesday, and then I'll look to deadlift on Friday. So tomorrow will be a rest day in which I'll go for a light walk or something like that. So this is kind of the earlier parts of this training season as I'm coming. This is only the 2nd week of strength training post running. So really focusing in on getting back to doing the movements. I felt like the back squat went really well today, and the bench press did as well. really working on great hip mobility to make sure I can squat efficiently and effectively where I'm balanced at the bottom. The high bar position puts a little more lower core engagement, so I felt really good there. And then for the bench press, just making sure my shoulders feel really good. I'm getting that nice sternum up press, and all is well. Feeling great. So thank you so much for tuning in and continuing to watch. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about your own training, please let me know, and have a great day.